Hello Virgos, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 30th of June through to the 6th of July. Welcome all you new subscribers that we had last week. Lovely to see you here. Welcome to the Astroflower family. Make yourself at home, as it were. So yes, the messages from energy this week, it was all about a little bit about the heart as well, not looking back in anger and looking in the future with joy. And I think this is going to be very particular to you and possibly all earth signs this week here. And the energies that we're going to be looking in that are going to be affecting your Astroflower later on as we pull some cards, looking at the elements of the combination of earth and water. And we're moving from high season, from fiery and air energy into water and earth as we go into the corona whole season. We're going to be doing a video about that over the weekend. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of these sort of connections. So getting used to this moment of calm or consistency is very important at the moment. Okay, so we're going to be looking at that a little bit later on. Let's just get some messages from the energy and get your chakra sequencing and see what's going on there. Okay, so if you haven't seen the video on how the chakra sequencing can help you in life, we have that on our channel as well. Please do go and have a look at it. It will help you out. Finding that 0 energy with a neutral energy between the two. There we go. Passion, fire. You don't have a great deal in your flower, in your Astroflower, the passion. But I think it's going to be the thing that's going to tip things in your favour. And I think it's all about the passion of getting things done. Finalizing things. So you're clearing the decks a little bit with all the decision making that you need to have to do. So you haven't got too many plates spinning at the same time at the moment. That's what you want to be getting to. So getting a bit of an order in that you can start taking a few plates off the spinning poles more than anything else. Okay, so it's it seems to be all about that, and it's about passion management in your life. And don't allow your passions to overrun, because it will stop you from clearing the decks, as it were. Okay, let's just see if we can actually get like a vision for you. What's going on here? The more you take, I get an attitude, it's like someone's walking down the road and there's one side of the street is sunny, the other side is in shadow. And the shadow side is conflict and anger. And you're walking right down the middle between the two. And it's having that balance factor about it of not being pulled into conflict or disputes where it doesn't need to happen because it's not helping you get to where you're going. But it's not as well as just running off like a butterfly into the sunshine either. You've got to stay this really balanced aspect to it all. And I think that comes down to your physical engagement of what you've put already on your plate. And realizing if you put too much on there, if some things need clearing, or if there's some things that you just need to get on and do and get them out of the way, so then therefore you can start moving on. It seems like energy is helping you to find that sort of nice, harmonious balance point where you can get on, be firm about life, but not necessarily having to, force the situations within your life, because it will just create conflict that you don't really need, that will only hold you back more than anything else. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the chakra sequencing. So let's just get back to that 0 energy. There we go. Excellent. So we got the crown and the root. I've got to say the crown chakra it's much more about joy, stepping into life with joy. That's what I think is happening here. You've got a lot more on the crown than you do on the root. So there's a transition going on. You're moving from one state to another, and it's allowing your consciousness or your connection to everything that is around you to be your guide. But it should be out of joy. Everything you should be doing should be harmonious and joyous for you. If it's not, then you know where things are wrong, and that's what needs sorting more than anything else. It's now on the move, and it's moving on to the third eye and the throat chakra. And I do get this phrase that comes in that says, don't overthink things. Don't over prepare. Don't overdo things. Live the moment. I know it's quite difficult sometimes because, you're very much, you like things to be perfect, perfectly planned, perfectly executed and so forth. But, perfection doesn't really exist. And if you're waiting for that perfection moment, you may never end up doing it, Virgo. So I would be open to the idea of just enjoying the moment, engaging in life in the here and now, and allowing yourself to enjoy the productivity that can come out of you being much more laid back and relaxed about a situation more than anything else. Okay, so it's on the move from the third eye and it's moving down onto the sacrum. Once you've got this clear vision within you, and when you don't overthink things and you understand that if I want to make a cake, I need certain ingredients. Now, whether I make a chocolate cake or a Victoria sponge or whatever it is, or cheesecake, it's going to demand different types of elements within there. But at the end of the day, you're going to need certain elements to make a cake. And you can't get away from that. And I think this is where you've got to, with that sort of, if you don't overthink it and you just play in the here and now, you will have the foundations to build what you wish. You will have the ingredients that's going to create the cake that's the perfect life for you. Okay, it's on the move. And here we go into the heart. And we were talking about the heart. Don't look back in anger, look to the future with joy and engage with that future. And I think this is really pulling at you more than anything else. And it's, you could, once you start walking towards it, you can start running at any given point. But you've got to have that balance point within your energies in order to do it. Do not get distracted. Do not overthink things. Do not engage in conflicts and so forth. It's only going to stop you from getting to the ultimate goals of what you want. Okay? And it's moving now down onto the solar plexus. And I think this is because your heart is sort of saying, look, if you want to live this joyous career path or business or this spiritual or emotional or relationship pathway, you have to have certain determinations to see it through. And I think that's what's going to help you to not get involved in conflict and realize what is holding you back more than anything else. It now goes on to the crown and the root. So it brings you back to that cardinal, that sort of that righteous path, that raison d'etre of your life, of what you should be living. And it bodes incredibly well for you in that respect. If you do not allow yourself to overthink things and get involved in conflictual situations around you, seek the easiest path more than anything else. So here we've got your Astroflower at the top there. And the Astroflower numbers at the bottom there, so you'll understand when I'm talking about particular petals. So we're looking at earth and water combinations within you. And you're a pure earth sign, so you have that mutable earth that goes all the way around the Astroflower. Most Astroflowers are made up of 2 elements. There's only 4 pure signs for each element, and you happen to be the earth pure sign. But you do have a lot of other earth within you. If you look at petals 2 and 3, they are your karmic paths on your relationship side and your financial side respectively. You do have a lot of earth there as well. And you have it on 1, 2, 3 and 4. And that's where I think the fundamental actions that you take within your life, according to what you come here to live, and also the synchronicities with the outside world. If you concentrate on the productive stuff rather than on the destructive stuff, I think you're gonna make some really big strides forward within your life. The other thing is the water. You don't have a great deal of water. You have that going between petals 5 and 8, which is your past and your future on your relationship side, and 7 and 9, which is the past and the future on your financial side. Now you have that cardinal water that comes in and feeds into the cardinal earth through Cancer on your karmic path on your financial side. So let's start with that side there, because it's going to demand an emotional sort of direction, that heart direction, in order to step from the past into your future. Let's start with the karmic path, petal 3. Here we go. You've got the Knight of Cups. This is about you going on a mission that is a fulfilled mission. And I think maybe it's a job. You're going after a job, or you're getting a job offer, or you're starting a business or a project, whatever it is. You're bringing a great deal amount of joy into this situation. And I think this is where emotionally, once you engage in it, that's what's going to break through. That's what's going to help you to sort of go from idea into reality more than anything else. A real mission for you to take. On your petal 4, your networking, your connections with the outside world, this is where you get the 9 of Wands. Healthy boundaries. There is a mission for you to go on. She's got that staff there and she's going off on a mission, but she's backed by the 8 of Wands, which is having a real sort of centralized focal point of the direction that you should be taking. And that's what comes out on your karmic path on the Knight of Cups, sorry. And that Knight of Cups is carrying that sort of like direction for you emotionally. What's the connection between your past and your future? That cardinal water that goes through. You have the 7 of Swords, playing smart. And this is being very much more intelligent about it all. This is about sort of not getting involved in the conflicts, because that's what that person's doing. They're collecting these swords up. So then therefore the hostile armies around her cannot actually do not have weapons to harm her, because she's just taken them away from them by being very balanced in the whole situation. And I think more that you are balanced in this way, you'll get that job that you're after, or you'll get that business going that you've been looking to get going, and it will bring enormous amount of joy to you in your life. 7 is a number of revelation. It's revealing the truth to you. Let's have a look what's going on your relationship side here. Now we have that cardinal, that fixed earth, on that karmic path on petal 2, and you get the Judgment. I think this is where it's Judgment card is responding to your ultimate calling, the righteous path, or the evident, or the the raison d'etre between the crown and the root. And this is where joy should be your calling more than anything else. On your connections with the outside world, you get the Tower. Yes, I think with you being balanced and not being triggered by the outside world, I think it's going to help you to realize that there's more than one way to peel an orange, or more than one way to peel a banana. It's a changing belief system, because you're responding to the calling within you more than anything else. What's the connection from the past to the future? You get the 3 of Swords. Do you need to go through pain in order to get there? No. I think this is where you get the fixed water that comes in between petals 5 and 7, that comes in from Scorpio. You're looking for a balanced view here. It doesn't have to be painful. And I think, if anything, more than anything else, it's walking away from any emotional conflict, because it's going to change your future, and it's going to be a Wheel of Fortune moment where you can have a decision about what is that you are trying to manifest in your life, and you have complete control over the ingredients that you want to put into that cake that you want to be eating later on, which is the ultimate joy of your life to live. Okay, so there you go, Virgo. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Really do appreciate all the support you give this channel through the YouTube system. Yes, we do a lot of other videos with energy coming out, so you may want to be subscribed for that. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.